Hey Pile One, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another Love Pick a Card reading. This particular reading is my confusing connection reading. So we get very in-depth with this reading. It's my longest, most in-depth reading in the Love Pick a Card reading category. Pretty much anything that you want to know about your connection with your person, we're going to cover in this video, okay? It's going to probably be roughly around maybe 40 minutes, so buckle up, okay? Some of the things that we're going to go over in this reading is where you stand with your person. We're going to find out what their intentions with you in this connection are. We're going to find out what their thoughts and feelings towards you in the connection are. Looking at their next action and a time frame if applicable. What's the most likeliest of outcomes for this connection and the energy that it's currently in, and then we're going to close the reading out with direct messages from your person to you, okay? So just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading. Whatever resonates, take that. If something does not resonate, simply drop that and leave it for, somebody else. I do have this exact reading available for you if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection and get you answers that are specific to you and your person's connection. Payment plans available as well for, any readings that are over $50. Just check the description box below for booking details. It's listed under Confusing Connection Love Reading. Okay, you guys? All right, so let's just get right into it. Pile one, you were drawn to the yellow jade stone. Put that to the side. This is overall general energies of the connection where it's at right now. We have into me, I see. So intimacy, okay, for overall energies of the connection with your person, and then we have it is what it is. We also have already beautiful energies coming out, you guys. It says this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek, and then we have open up. Overall energies for the connection, beautiful, beautiful energies right out the gate, you guys. Of course, we're going to delve into, what's going on, but the overall energies of this connection feels like, we got a strong, solid, supportive base either being built or it has been built. Intimacy and then opening up this connection, it's got the makings for something really good. With this could be the one, as far as this being the overall energy of this connection, this is a mutual energy, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, strong, solid energy coming out here, representing the overall connection between you and your person. Pile one. Okay, so we're going to delve right into, let's see, the first question we're going to ask is, where do you stand with your person? Where does pile one stand with you? Pile one's person. Where does pile one stand with you? Where does pile one stand with you? Let's get two more. And then we got the chaser and photography. Okay, and we're gonna, let's see, I'm gonna do some clarifying here. We got not today, this says, and then at the bottom of the deck we got sunglasses. Okay, so this is not today. This is not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation / call / person, boundaries, still angry. We have the chaser. This is chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. And then with photograph, we have looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. At the bottom of the deck, we have the sunglasses. Okay, so there may be, I'm not necessarily picking up stagnancy, but there may be some silence happening in this connection. I don't know if, with not today, I felt like this was kind of in referring to me, like yeah, these energies are here, this beautiful, beautiful energy, like, yeah, this could be the one. I can see, myself spending my life with pile one, like I was saying, these energies are here, okay? great solid foundation. And for some reason, your person, pile one, they may be stalling, holding it off. It's like, not today, okay? Yeah, they want to open up. They want to be vulnerable. They want to be intimate with you. They want to be able to surrender to this connection, you know, because we have intimacy and then we have it, you know, it is what it is. You know, with intimacy here being spelled out as into me I see, right? Your person does, they want, I'm hearing they're wanting so badly to open up to you. But for some reason they are holding back. The reason why this energy is over here and it still feels like it's intact, because your person, even if you guys are like not communicating at this point, or maybe communication has stalled, or maybe it's sporadic, your person is keeping the connection alive through like looking at your photos, maybe looking at old text messages. You know, with the sunglasses here, we have watching, looking, stalking, focusing out, right? Focusing out. And so, you know, they're probably watching social media. You know, if they have access to it, even if they don't have access, there's such easy ways to get around, you know, blocks and stuff like that. So yeah, your person, even if they're not talking to you, and here we got fear of abandonment issue, that may be why they're like in this energy of like, yes, they want this really close, deep, connected, bonded relationship with you, and they're kind of like, they're putting it off, they're holding off on it because there may be some deep-seated fears of abandonment, you know, driving that. Just giving you a heads up on that. Let's see, I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit and use a different tarot deck to clarify. We're going to find out what not today is. What is not today? Let's clarify not today. We'll do one more shuffle. I just peeped the 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's some anxieties your person has about opening up, I believe tied to some kind of a fear of abandonment issue, okay? You guys, with this being the energy that is making up this connection, your person, where you stand with your person and just overall, they do feel like you could be the one, right? They feel that for you. They do have this drive, I'm hearing, this pull to open up to you. And I'm even hearing for some of you, your person may have opened up to you even up to this point more than they have opened up to other people. For some of you, it's like they've never opened up to other people or anyone else the way that they've opened up to you. So, I mean, the beginning stages of that is already there. Like, they kind of have a guard up, like a wall, right? And I can see you chipping through that, breaking through that, right? And you have made ground up to this point. All right, let's clarify not today. Not today for where pile one stands with you. What's not today? I'm hearing they're letting their fears get in the way. They're letting their fears get in the way. What's not today? Yeah, King of Pentacles in the reverse. This energy is here, but they're saying this is what they're holding off on. They're not ready for that. They're not ready. Yeah, they feel like you're the one. They already feel that way. And they're not ready for that. There could be something going on with their finances. Yeah, there is a fear of abandonment issue, I feel, that is coming through. But your person could be using their financial situation as an excuse and a reason why, as to, you know, why they're holding off on allowing themselves to open up fully in this connection. Like, I feel like they're opening up to you in stages. They're opening up to you little by little. I don't even know if I would say that it's that they're doing it willingly. It's just, I feel like it's just something that your energy brings to them just inherently, pile one, naturally. Just the time that the two of you spend together, it's just a natural thing they spend in your energy, just being with you, just naturally, you know, even though it's little by little over time, it is breaking down that wall that they have around their heart, their past. Your person has a really hard time talking about the things that hurt them, pain them. Yeah. What's the chaser here for? For where pile one stands with you? Whoa, that's a lot. We got the Knight of Cups. See, they actually do want to offer something. They do want to offer something. Oh, look at that. Wow. Because we got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And the Four of Wands coming out with that. Your person does not... Okay, so this is letting me know your person isn't necessarily... It's not that they want to be single. That's not it. That's not why they're holding off on, you know, committing to you. They actually want to. That's what they want. They want this committed energy. The Four of Wands can be the marriage card. You know, and when it's signified here with, I mean, look, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you know, in the upright position, the Nine of Pentacles, that's the quintessential single card, right? You know, I mean, like, it doesn't get any more direct than this. It's like this person actually wants, it's just like they're chasing this, you know, this kind of, it's a stable, they want something stable and solid with you. Fours, you know, stand for stability. You know, they stand for something solid. They want that. This, and with the Knight of Cups here, with these clarifying the Knight of Cups, this is what they want to offer you. See, they want to be a King of Pentacles to you. They want to. But I feel like, you know, so this is a message like where you stand with your person. Yes, they want all these things. It has nothing to do with them wanting to be single, wanting to stay single. Has nothing to do with them wanting to, you know, run the streets or play the field or anything like that. There's something deeper going on here with the reason why they're holding it off, and it has something to do with, you know, abandonment issues. Okay. Let's find out what sunglasses is here for. I'm going to shuffle just one time. Okay, yeah. And what wanted to pop out was judgment. That's how they keep the connection alive. So if your person, and I'm hearing if they go ghost on you, if they just kind of drop communication and maybe you're not hearing from them for days, weeks, some of you may even be months at a time, okay? It's not that they're not thinking about you. It's not that they don't want to be with you. We're already seeing some strong energies here all over the place, how this person really feels about you, okay? They see a future with you. This is that future with you is something they want to offer you. With the Four of you know, the Four of Wands there, what they want to offer you is at the very least, you know, spending more time together, like so much time together, it may even feel like you're moving in together. Like they want, what I'm hearing is they want like an everyday life with you. And for some of you, it could be they want to offer, you know, the two of you moving in together. They want to offer, for some of you, it's like they want to offer like, you know, let's get married. We're talking about some of the things that the Four of Wands can signify. It can signify living with somebody. It can signify getting married, right? At the very least, it can signify something that's very stable, very solid, reliable, and predictable, and full of passion. And so at the very least, it's like, let's have something stable, something where we see each other on a regular basis, every day kind of a thing, right? Why is sunglasses here for where you stand with your person? High Priestess. Yeah, see, there is something like pushing them. There is something pushing them to you. There is something pushing them to connect to you more often. There is something pushing them to, you know, spend more time and energy and effort and resources building this connection with you, and they resist it with the High Priestess in reverse here. And with sunglasses here being clarified by the High Priestess, because the High Priestess can talk about like subconscious patterning, right? It can be for some of you that your person, you know, this may be like a bad habit of theirs. Your person could very well have like some kind of an avoidant attachment style where they're so used to living the connection out in their head, they forget to actually live it out in like real life, right? And you know, they can get lost in that area, in that space, and they, you know, they may not even really be cognizant or aware or even paying attention that so much time has passed that the two of you haven't spoken, right? I'm just, for some of you, that's gonna, and you know what, the King of Swords in the reverse keeps wanting to pop up. This has been at the bottom of the deck and it wanted to pop up earlier. There's something going on with your person's, yeah, definitely communication here. Something with the communication. Not very, and that's another thing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you with your person and where you stand with them is just, I feel like your person at this point in time, and I feel like it's kind of like it's a, what do they call that? A self-protective mechanism. They want to feel close to you. They do. They want that close bond with you. They love feeling close to you. And, you know, people with an avoidant attachment style that's being driven by an abandonment, you know, a fear of abandonment. It's something that's protective. It's their way of distancing themselves, you know, from getting hurt, right? Potential hurt. And so this just may be a really bad habit that they're needing to break with the sunglasses here, you know, living this connection out primarily in their head because that's where it feels safe with them. Like in their fantasies and in their thoughts and in their daydreams and stuff, they control everything, right? They're able to control in their fantasies and in their dreams and stuff, you know, how you respond, how you show up, and all that stuff, you know. Okay, that's just some insight into your person's psyche, I'm hearing. All right, we're gonna, and then there's the hermit mode. Your person might very well be in hermit mode right now, pile one. If you're not hearing from them, they might be isolating, okay, with where you stand. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's see. The next thing we're gonna find out is what are their intentions. So that means like what they want, right? What do they want with you in this connection? Let's see. Yes, their intentions. All right. What do you want with pile one? What are your intentions with pile one in this connection? What do you want with pile one in this connection? Interesting with passion coming out in the reverse, but I'm getting an inkling of what that is. Okay, let's get two more. What are your intentions with pile one? Yeah, let's see. Okay. And I'll figure out what's going on with habitual liars. Sometimes that can just talk about lying to yourself about something, because we also have my rock, right? The first thing that I got with lust coming out in reverse, or not lust, passion. But lust wanted to come out. I don't think there's a card in this deck called lust. There's not. Their intentions and what they want is they want to build, and this is what I'm hearing, they want to build on this connection, and they don't want the foundation to primarily be passion or lust, right? They don't want the foundation to be entirely made up of just the sexual chemistry between the two of you. You know, so they're really wanting to build like a solid foundation, because with my rock here, this is loved and supported, solid foundation, security, and stability. Their intentions and what they want with you in this connection, pile one, is to build something solid with you. Let's find out what habitual liar is. That says constantly lying, can't hide in lies anymore, lies exposed. Let's find out. Oh, no, we're not using that deck. Duh. Old habits, you guys. All right, what's going on with habitual liar? One more. Shuffle. Explain habitual liar. Yeah, there's the 8 of Swords. Now the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, a lot of air energy wanting to come through. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This feels like their fears. Okay, so what about this in terms of intention? Your person is, yeah, there's a lot of fear that they're battling, and I feel like it has something to do with that. I'm hearing an attachment wound. They have an attachment wound. Attachment wounds are usually born out of abandonment wounds, right? What does this have to do with intention? Seven of Cups. A message that's coming through is like the reason why your person kind of, it's like they default to living this connection out in their head, because that's, you know, where they have control over everything. That's where they feel safe. That's where they feel safe. There's a couple of messages actually coming through. So one of the things that they might want to talk to you about, because this does feel like, you know, lies being exposed, but this actually feels like them coming clean. Maybe about some of their, like, they might have some mental health struggles. They, you know, maybe them coming clean about, you know, some of their fears regarding this connection. With the Seven of Cups here, let's see. What is this energy about? The Seven of Cups being clarified by the Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing it's about their confusion about things. They're not able to see something clearly. Yeah, they're feeling very confused about things. Oh, okay, so their intentions and what they want, pile one, what they want is to not allow themselves to be run by fear anymore. They don't want fear to stop them. They want to actually start making some progress and making some ground in this connection, right? Primarily in the direction of building on this connection in a way that is not centered around just the sexual chemistry. This is where all this, you know, it is what it is, into me I see, opening up, like, you know, they're really wanting to open up and making sure that, you know, the two of you have solid ground to build on other than just sexual chemistry alone. They want to know and just be at ease. This is what it feels like. It feels like they just want to be at ease that they're doing the right thing. You know, and they do have a sense that they are, but there's something going on, like they're in their head too much here with the Eight of Swords, and then we also have the Seven of Cups, which can stand for, you know, illusion, feeling disillusioned, and feeling confused. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, kind of clarifying that, especially with the Hermit here, like clearing that over, the Hermit in reverse, clarifying it overall. Your person not being able to, you know, what do they call that? Was it heads or tails? It's like they're not able to figure out either way what's going on with this connection, because it's like the fear's not letting them see things clearly, right? So their intentions and what they want is to break free, even though the Ace of Swords hasn't come up. That I'm picking up on this underlying energy where they're wanting to make sure that they're not lying to themselves when it comes to this connection. They want to make sure that you know, what the two of you have is built on a foundation that's more solid than just being built on lust and sexual desire alone, okay? They want to make sure that you guys have something stable. And look what wanted to come out, the Lovers. Okay. They're feeling it, yeah, with the High Priestess being there. They're feeling it. They sense it. And they don't trust it, right? They're not trusting what they're intuitively feeling. Like, you know, that abandonment wound, that attachment issue, those anxious thoughts are really kind of messing with their head, okay? So, you know, intention-wise, what they intend, what they want, is to gain clarity that the two of you have something solid beyond just a sexual, you know, connection and bond, and then to build, you know, for them to like get over the confusion, and, you know, their intentions are to gain clarity and to start building something, you know, that's built on a foundation of not just sexual chemistry. I'm hearing mutual love and respect, you know, security and stability, right? Okay, let's see. Now, they're not saying that they don't want, you know, or they're not saying that they don't want or that they don't love the sexual chemistry that the two of you have, but they're looking at things in a very, they're trying to look at things in a very logical, common sense manner. They're trying to see things in a way where it's like, okay, if this is going to be long term, because they're already looking at you, pile one, like you could be the one they spend the rest of their life with, okay? They're looking at you like somebody they could live with, somebody they can marry. For some of you, have kids with. Maybe not necessarily. First, you know, for those of you that want that, yeah, it can be there, right? But definitely they're looking towards the future with the two of you being very close together, right? That's what they want. They already feel that. And they have some reservations they're wanting to work through, okay? Let's look at what their thoughts and feelings are towards you in this connection. We're going to get 6 from this deck. One more shuffle. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1 in this connection, please. Let's see, we got 3 want to come out. Yeah, this is the fear that you aren't right, that you are not right for each other. Look, because right next to that we got true love. And here we go. This says, I'm not avoiding you, I just need more time. So this is, you know, kind of a nod to those of you where you are maybe in some kind of separation, or just the two of you are not, you know, just talking as much right now. Maybe you feel like your person has gone ghost, or they just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. They're trying to get a handle. I'm hearing they're trying to get a handle on some of the confusion. They're not really, it's not their intention to hold this connection up any more than they may have already held it up. Let's get 3 more though. they're trying to like wrap their head around actually doing this with you, right? Not in a bad way, but it's like, you know, there almost feels, because it's one thing to fantasize about something, right? But it's a whole other thing to actually live it out in real life. And so, yeah, your person has fantasized about this. You know, maybe this may have been something that they've even wanted, you know, for a long time, even before they met you, having this real close, deep bond, committed, exclusive relationship with somebody. But the reality of actually experiencing it is hitting your person. I'm hearing that they have anxieties about, and that makes sense. See, in their dreams and in their fantasies, there isn't any threat of losing you. There isn't any threat of them really doing anything wrong and losing you in the connection, but they know that in reality, it's a whole different ball game, right? And so this is kind of like what they're trying to work through, or some of the fears and anxieties that have been triggered by this dream and this fantasy actually becoming a reality. Okay, let's get 3 more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1, please. Says, you got me over my ex / the third party. Yeah, so, you know, them stalling on you, them holding off on maybe, you know, taking things to the next level, whatever that may be. There's some energies here where your person, for whatever reason, or maybe this is just the energy I'm picking up from you, pile 1, you might be wondering whether or not the reason why they are, like, it feels like they're holding off on committing or stalling or moving to the next level. Is because they're not ready to give up their single card, or they're stuck on an ex or a third party. There's all kinds of messages already through this reading that's saying, no, that's not it. That's not why I'm not committing to you. They're showing you that they do. They actually do want a solid commitment with you. They want something that's every day. They want something that's long term. And for a lot of you, they want forever. Okay. It's the reason why, their motivation for showing up in this connection the way that they are, and for a lot of you it may be hardly showing up at all. It's not that, it's an abandonment wound, it's an attachment wound. Okay, let's get 2 more. Yeah, and see, in this card wanted to come out neutral, so they flip-flop between both energies. With this one, it says I'm all in, but then on the other side, it says I don't worry about the possibility of losing you. But the energy I'm getting from this being sideways like this, it's like, you know, they flip-flop back and forth from being all in with this connection. Oh, actually, you know what that is saying? Which is now confusing me, and maybe this is like indicative of what they're coming from, because your person actually, when it says I don't worry about the possibility of losing you, the energy I'm picking up from that is that they feel like they can trust you. They can feel that, you know, you're loyal. There's an inherent trust that they get coming from you, right? That makes them want to go all in with you. And that inherent trust that they're sensing, that might be their intuition, you know, their higher self, you know, but then it's like their higher self and their intuition is doing battle with the wounded ego, right? That's what that is. We're going to get 1 more. 1 more. I'm needed elsewhere. And that might have something to do with, you know, I'm not avoiding you. I just need more time. And what I am going to do is clarify these. They may have responsibilities elsewhere that they're focusing on at this time, but then again, they could be using that as a form of, you know, escape. Okay, so we're going to find out. What is that all about? Let's find out. I'm needed elsewhere. One more shuffle. whatever it is, and I am going to clarify further, they're not going to let it hold them up much longer. Whatever this interfering energy might be, what's needed elsewhere. The Nine of Wands in reverse can talk about like giving up, not putting in any more energy into it. Like the Nine of Wands in the upright position talks about, then we got, it's something that causes them a lot of anxiety. What is this? The Nine of Wands in the upright position. Oh, okay. Possibly like a new business opportunity. Maybe looking for work or just new business projects. Or the Ace of Pentacles, it feels like something, you know, because they're saying I'm needed elsewhere. This is something outside of the connection, outside of your guys' connection, that feels like it's taking their attention away. Right? This may be something that is contributing to the reason why. I mean, it's not like the reason why, but you know, it's a factor. It's a factor into why you're not really hearing from this person very much right now. I'm getting a lot of them spinning their wheels, trying to get a new start or gain ground on some kind of something having to do with their money, a business opportunity. This could be for people trying to get a new client, get a new account, you know, for business or something like that. They're putting a lot of energy into it. With the Nine of Wands, that's a lot of creativity. That's a lot of manifesting power. That's a lot of, you know, that's just a lot of energy. And then we got the Nine of Swords. It's not, I'm feeling like them spinning their wheels and they're not getting anywhere. So that's why they're in this energy here of the Nine of Wands in reverse. They're just about, whatever that is, it's like they're about to give that up because they're spending a lot of energy trying to get it off the ground, and it's not. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Literally, I'm seeing them spinning their wheels and they're not going anywhere. They're expending a lot of energy, a lot of fuel, trying to get something going, and it's stuck. It feels stuck. I don't know exactly what that is, but it feels like it's tied to a business venture, finances, you know, something in that. And this could be an overall energy. Maybe your person just feels like, you know, when it comes to just their financial and success life all together, maybe they just don't feel like, you know, they can just never really gain any ground when it comes to their finances. Okay. Let's see. I do want to see what's going on with, if there's anything that wants to be added here for this, I'm all in energy and I don't worry about losing you. Clarify the message from that, please. Judgment in reverse. Clarify this energy here, please. There is this energy like they just kind of feel like you're not going anywhere. What am I not seeing? Oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm having to read the Judgment in reverse card in a way that's not typically traditional, but I'm reading energies, right? And so I'm getting why your person is feeling confused. because I'm feeling that myself. The energy I'm getting from, okay, so the Judgment in the upright position can talk about resurrecting things, breathing new life into things. For some, it can even be that spark of life, right? It's in reverse here, though. Normally, I would translate that as like letting something that's dead just stay dead. But here it feels like holding off on, because the Four of Pentacles is here, holding off on breathing new life into this connection. So they're holding off on that. We got I'm all in here, and it says I don't worry about the possibility of losing you. They are very confident, pile one, that when they are ready, you know, and this may be part of the illusion, I don't know, but it's like when they're ready, it's like they, you know, they feel like this connection's not going anywhere. With the Three of Swords, and then we got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. What does that have to do with this energy there? Your person is still dealing with some kind of heartache, and that may be leading back to that abandonment issue, the attachment wound, things like that. Okay. Which is okay, and that makes a lot of sense, you know, that heartbreak, that abandonment wound, that attachment issue, it serves both as the fuel for them, you know, when they get too far away or too far out from this connection, that heartache will then bring them back to you. The thing is, though, is that heartache has been there. That attachment wound, that abandonment issue has been there prior to meeting you. It may very well be something that's born out of their childhood. So, you know, that heartache will have them chasing you and chasing this connection to get closer to you, and they feel like they've gotten too far away. But then once they get close to you, that heartache and that pain, that abandonment wound and stuff, you know, it doesn't make sense to the conscious mind, to the intellectual, logical, common sense mind. But, you know, it then goes to, oh, you're getting too close. This is getting too real. You know, what if I mess things up? What if what if pile one walks away? All those things, right? So then that heartache turns the other way and motivates them to distance themselves from you in this connection again. I hope that makes sense. Very confusing. This is why your person was in that Seven of Cups energy, in that Eight of Swords energy. It's like there's a lot of, and that might be that habitual liar. It's their mind, it's the wound that is constantly lying to them about, you know, whether or not they're safe in this connection. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. We're going to move on to the next. On to the next. Let's see, what are we going to do now? Their next action and when. What are your next actions? So this is what they're actually more than likely to do, right? We saw what their intentions are and what they wanted. So now we're going to find out, you know, sometimes they line up, sometimes they don't. So we're going to see if their actions actually line up with what they want. What do you want to do? What are the actions you're going to take? What are the actions you're actually going to take towards pile 1 in the connection? What are the actions you're going to take towards pile 1 in the connection? All right, we got dice. This says time to take risks, getting out of your comfort zone, leaping into the unknown, adventure awaits. Let's get 2 more. Your actions towards pile 1. What are you actually going to do? What action are you going to take toward pile 1 in this connection? Alien. Yeah, this feels like something they have not done before. It feels like the action they're getting ready to take is going to feel very uncomfortable to them. It's not something that they've done before, not something that they are used to doing. Let's get 1 more, and I'll let you know where I feel this energy is headed. Okay. Yeah, so their actions are, in this energy anyway, pile 1, looks like their actions are actually going to line up with what they want, right? So they're wanting to really build a solid foundation. They're wanting to build towards something that's more everyday, spending more time with you, building a bond and stuff like that. And according to the actions they're actually going to take, it looks like they're going to follow through on that, okay? It's them coming out of their comfort zone, right? To them, there's a sense of a risk that's associated with that, because it's like, it's coming out of the realm, out of their dreams and fantasies to we're actually going to do this in real life. And, your person is having a really kind of like come to Jesus, get real moment, understanding and realizing real life may look very different than what the life they are or were living with you in their head. Okay. At some point they get a grasp on that and they decide, it's like, I think it's just one of those things with them where they're just like, well, we're just gonna figure it out anyway, right? It's like your person gets a grasp on realizing that they can't keep going back and forth with you. They can't keep putting this connection on hold. And it could be very well that, them just heeding the call. But really what's coming through is your person just having this come to Jesus moment is what keeps coming up. That they need to put up or shut up, right? They need to pick a path and choose that path. And the path that they're choosing is to one that includes you and them together, working towards something solid, something committed, something exclusive, long-term, things of that nature. With isolation, like, this is them not isolating themselves, not keeping themselves away from you. This feels like it's coming over here, opening up, letting you in, talking to you every day, or having something with you, something more solid, more regular, more predictable, scheduled plans, making dates, things of that nature. Okay. I just saw birth at the back of the deck. All right. So, I mean, you guys might have some talks about maybe, having kids together, but this also talks about new opportunities, starting over, okay, reinventing yourself, and this could also be reinventing your guys' connection, the dynamic of your connection, but it also says the birth of a child, idea, or project. It could be, any number of those. All right. Let's see. I believe we got 2 more left, you guys. We got the most likeliest of outcomes. Let's find out what that is. Let's see. What is the most likeliest of outcomes for this connection in this current energy? What's the most likeliest outcomes? These wanted to come out in reverse. Okay. We got exactly together too. We got sunglasses in the reverse, photograph in the reverse. Let's get a couple more. I'm hearing 2 more. Okay. What's the most likeliest of outcomes? This feels like the most likeliest of outcomes is your person not living this connection in their head anymore, but actually living it in real life, right? Let's get 2 more. Oh, we got, yes, ascending. Okay. This is transcending obstacles, learning, expansion. Oh, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. And then we have I like you. This says someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wanting to date, okay? And I am hearing making new memories too, because with photograph in the upright position, it talks about making new memories. So spending more time together, doing more things together, doing things where, you know, it would warrant you taking pictures together, wanting, you know, to capture that moment in time through, you know, souvenirs in terms of pictures, right? The most likeliest of outcomes in this energy, though, is you guys elevating the connection to the next level, okay? Transcending obstacles, whatever has been getting in the way of this connection, making progress and moving along, like getting past those things, okay? The outcome is, you know, romance actually being able to bloom here between the two of you. Flirting with each other more. This feels like I do feel there's a lot more to this connection than just, oh, I like you. There's a lot more to that. But this feels like more things in the 3D happening, more communication, more flirting, more texting, more, you know what I mean? And so that's why I feel like it's coming out that way, because this feels like more everyday things that maybe up to this point, pile one, you have not experienced in this connection with your person. So, you know, the most likeliest of outcomes, what's happening next is exactly what your person is wanting to happen, you know, building a connection that's an everyday kind of a connection, right? Where you are building this bond between each other. And it is important to like the person that you're with. A lot of people, you know, especially if it's built off of lust and sexual chemistry alone, people end up getting prematurely attached to somebody before realizing that they don't even like who they are as a person, right? And so what's happening here is like you guys are realizing that the bond is much deeper. The connection is much deeper than just sexual chemistry. You guys actually like each other. You're not just lovers, but you're also friends, right? This is somebody that even if you never had any kind of a romantic connection with, attachment with, or interest in, this is somebody that, you know, and this is what you guys are going to find out. Like, yeah, you know, even if we met each other, you know, in a different dynamic, you know, I still like you just as a person enough to where I'd be your friend, right? Not saying that you would now, that's not what I'm saying, right? But have you ever had that experience where, you know, you were with somebody and, you know, because you got prematurely attached before you were really able to get to know them as a person, you got attached to him. You know, you kind of ended up falling in love with someone that you didn't even really like as a person, where it was like, you know, if I had never fallen in love with you or gotten attached to you, you're not somebody I'd even really want to have a friendship with. You know, that happens a lot. And that's not what's going to end up happening here. You guys are actually going to understand and realize, like, wow, like, I really like this person, just beyond the sexual attraction and the romantic interest. Like, you know, this person could legitimately be my best friend, you know, even had we never had that dynamic over there. I hope that resonates. And then we got Paradise at the back of the deck. Yeah, you guys, very beautiful energy with where this connection is headed. With the outcome that's coming with Paradise at the back of the deck, it says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other, right? Having that kind of a connection with each other where you can spend every day together. You can talk to each other every single day and have fun and flirt every day. And it's like, because the connection is real, the bond is real, the chemistry never dies, right? So you can be around each other every day and not worry about like the spark going out, okay? We're gonna get one more. We're gonna get direct messages from them to you. And then we're gonna close out your reading. While I'm getting their messages out, you guys, if this is resonating, if it's brought any kind of clarity, added to, you know, your quality of life in any way, make sure you are taking a moment, if you would. You can show your appreciation by smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. You can become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Let's see, what are your messages for pile 1? What are your messages for pile 1? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Let's see, 5 more. I want to make amends. There you go. I watch your social media. Yeah, see, even if your person is not actively talking to you, that doesn't mean that they're not connecting to your energy in some way, shape, and form. I'm hearing every day, okay? Look at that. I feel the sexual tension. You know, and I feel like your person is actually trying to exercise some self-control and discipline because they're not acting on that, right? Because they really do want to make sure that this is the bond, you know, that this relationship, this connection is built on more than just that. Let's get 2 more. I just heard they don't want the sex to cloud their judgment. That may be another reason why they're kind of holding themselves back from that with you at this time. I have too much to lose. Let's get 1 more. With you don't know how hard it was to let you go, what I'm picking up from that pile 1 is that your person actually, they're letting you know that not being with you or having to experience your absence, it's not easy for them at all. It's not easy on them at all. There is a sense that here of them knowing that there may be an apology that they that they owe you for something. If not, there is the sense here of them wanting to bridge some kind of a gap between the two of you with I want to make amends. That's what I heard for that. They want to bridge a gap with you. Okay. But wanting to make amends, you know, I'm not picking up heavy energies of, if it's anything, it may just be them understanding and recognizing what their silence, the effect and the influence that their silence is having on you in this connection. I keep hearing they want to bridge a gap between the two of you. Okay, that's one of their messages. Like right now, the way that they're bridging that gap with you is through looking at your pictures, reading old texts, watching your social media, checking up on you and seeing what you're doing. It's like they're living out an everyday life with you, but they're living it out in their head, right? They're already having an everyday connection with you, but they're living it out in their head. And so they're understanding and realizing like they need to bring that out of, you know, fantasy land and into the actual, you know, real world. Let's get 1 more. What I'm picking up now with I have too much to lose, you guys, your person has built up quite the life for you and them in their head. There is a fear attached to like, if we do this for real, what if it doesn't work out, right? Because they're really seeing you in this connection as something very valuable in their life. Like it's like I'm hearing it's one of the main pillars now in their life. Let's get 1 more. I'm starting to understand this connection. Yeah, they are. They're tapped into this energy over here. Okay, this overall general energy of the connection. They're tapped into that. They realize the importance of the connection. They're understanding that it is real, right? And they're also understanding that the connection is primarily being lived out in their head, and it's not being lived out in actual 3D reality. And they're understanding that that connection needs to go from fantasy land to actual 3D, right? All right, we're going to close the reading out by getting 3 messages from the Messengers of the Heart deck. What messages do you have for pile 1? got resistance. This says they need time to answer the call of their soul and step into higher levels of consciousness. Let's get 2 more. What messages do you have for pile 1? Let's get 1 more. Release. This says when they set you free, they felt the sting of your absence. Don't let their silence fool you. Yeah. And not necessarily that they let you go or they set you free. That could resonate for some of you. You guys may have actually, you know, had a breakup conversation. Look at marriage in reverse. They're building up to this point, okay? So the marriage here says they see you as marriage material, someone that inspires them to create a strong foundation for marriage. I feel like they're not, yeah, and it has a lot to do with this resistance here. They're not quite ready. This feels like it's happening in stages, much like the way that you have been kind of over time, little by little, you know, breaking through and chipping through that the wall that's been around their heart. It's like it's a little by little, taking one step at a time, even if it's a baby step, right? Because what they're needing to work through is there's some resistance, and we've already talked about all the resistance that they have, right? With this here, with it saying they need time to answer the call of their soul, that's that high priestess energy. That's, you know, that's their soul calling them to you, urging them to open up to you, urging them to take the connection from the realm of just pure fantasy into the realm of, you know, actual 3D reality. The message with release here is just a nod to them wanting to reiterate, pile 1, that just because they're staying silent doesn't mean they're not being very much impacted by your absence. They are, in a way that they don't like, right? It's very uncomfortable. They don't like not being around you, but they're trying to get a handle on something mentally, right? Really trying to get a handle on something, and you know, they could be pulled in the right direction, you know, by their intuition, but really this is something that the mind is not going to be able to understand it, because the mind is where fears and doubts and anxieties play out, right? They're going to have to get in touch with their soul, which, you know, a lot of the energies here that are coming out, I feel like that's exactly what has been happening. It's been happening in little small micro steps, but it is happening. And so I feel like there is a point coming, pile 1, where a really important threshold is going to be broken in a good way. That's going to help that, like a switch to flip within them, where they're no longer in this resistance energy. They're able to release and surrender completely. There is an energy here of the only thing that's really holding up this connection is them not fully surrendering to the connection. It's that fear of the unknown, but we did see that dice, that full energy that came out earlier, where they're going to take that leap of faith and they're going to feel very uncomfortable doing it. They're going to feel like a fish out of water. It's going to feel very foreign to them, you know, and they're realizing it's just something they need to do one step at a time. Okay, you guys, we're going to end your reading there. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for spending your time with me again today. I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Hey, pile 2, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another love pick a card reading. We are tapping into the energy. Actually, what this reading is, it's called Confusing Connection. It's it's the longest, most in-depth love pick a card reading on this channel that I do, period, right? Very in-depth, it can be very long, okay? The last reading that I did, pile 1, was over an hour, okay? That's how in-depth we go. We're answering about 6 questions, including like getting the overall energy of the connection itself. And so we're going to be looking at things like where you stand with your person, what their next actions are going to be and when, what their intentions are, okay? So that's like, what do they want, right? versus their actions. What will they actually do? Sometimes they line up, sometimes they don't. We're going to be getting what their thoughts and feelings are towards you in the connection. We're going to be getting direct messages from them to you. That's how we actually close up the reading. And there's something else that I forgot to, but there's 6 questions that we answer, and then we have like the overall energies that we're picking up. Okay, so just keep in mind, pile 2, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. If you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person, I have this exact reading available. You can book. It's called Confusing Connection Love Reading. It's linked in the description box below. There are payment plans available, okay? And then if you don't, if not this specific reading, there are a lot of other $25 readings available in the specific person category. Just pick out whichever one fits your needs or resonate most with you, okay? So pile 2, you guys were drawn to the Organite puck, okay, with the flower of life on it. Let's see, we're gonna get the overall energies going on here. We have exposed and revealed. All right, so some clarity. Here we got pay attention to the red flags. It says the signs are cautioning you. And with exposed and revealed here, like these red flags, what, and this is like the overall energies here. So there's no surprises I'm feeling anymore. Like whatever red flags are, have come up as a result of this connection, the two of you being together, you're highly aware of what those red flags are. Spark. We'll find out how that factors into this energy. Okay, you guys. Let's see. We'll put this over here. Spark. Let's find out what their overall intentions are for you guys. I'm sorry, this is where do you stand? Where do you stand with your person? Pile 2's person. Where does pile 2 stand with you? Where does pile 2 stand with you at this point in time? We got butterfly, and then we got something wanting to come out in the reverse. It says talking, okay, in the reverse. There may be some silence going on in this connection. That's too many. Let's get one more. Where does pile 2 stand with you? Love call, okay. So there's a couple of messages coming through. If there's any silence happening in this connection, your person's not, they haven't answered or responded to text, or they haven't reached out. With love call here, I feel like there's going to be an end to the period of silence. They are going to be reaching out here pretty soon. Like where you stand with your person though, it says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth, okay? This is where you stand with them, but they're not talking about it. All right, they're not talking about it. They're not talking to you about the fact that they feel this spark in this chemistry with you, okay? They're not talking about, because this is where you stand with them, and with butterfly coming out and where you stand with them, this is like almost like what they want, like something they're considering, something they're looking at. We got love call here with someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. There's another card in this deck that talks about a phone call or setting a date or something like that, but this specifically says expressing love, okay? So this may have been something that they have been quiet about or relatively quiet about. We'll see what the continuing energies are going to be, because I am picking up for some of you where you might be picking up on your person maybe having deeper feelings for you than what they're expressing. And for some of you, your person may have already expressed deeper feelings for you at some point in time, and it's like they went back into their shell, okay? Whichever case may be, whether they've expressed to you or not, it seems here like they're going to actually speak up about it, okay? They are going to express love or send you a message of love, or letting you know that they're thinking of you, and letting you know that they're thinking of you. And then we got I had Dragonfly at the bottom of the deck, but I shuffled before I really checked what was the bottom over there. Let's find out why talking is in the reverse. Why is talking in the reverse here? One more shuffle. Why is talking in the reverse here, please? Maybe needing to gain clarity. They wanted to wait until, okay, that may be why. Why is the Seven of Cups in reverse here? They just wanted to make sure they were doing the right thing and making the right decision. For those of you where, either way, whether they've already expressed feelings to you and maybe pulled back since expressing feelings, or they have yet to express feelings even though you're picking up that there are feelings there, they're letting you know the reason why they haven't said anything about the fact that they're considering taking things to the next level, the fact that they do have feelings and stuff like that. They just wanted to get very clear in their head, right? They wanted to make sure there's no confusion. They wanted to make sure they're making the right choice. And I'm hearing with the Six of Swords here, that talks about peaceful transition, right? They want to make sure they're doing the right thing because they want to make a peaceful transition from whatever stage you guys are at now to, you know, whatever this next phase is going to be, okay, that they're thinking about doing. Yeah, we got Two of Cups in the back of the deck, okay? Coming together. This could also be about a reunion, but this could talk about coming into partnership together, coming into an actual relationship, right? That's why they haven't reached out. Let's see. Let's clarify butterfly. Why is butterfly here? There you go with the Two of Cups again. Okay. Yeah, so wanting to elevate, wanting to take the connection to the next phase, which is something that's more exclusive. Okay. There's only two people on this card. So making it where it's only you and them, you guys are in an actual relationship, you know, whatever the next phase for you, it does feel like it's something exclusive because there's only two. That's what I'm picking up with this Two of Cups. I mean, the Two of Cups has only two people on it pretty much universally, but I'm heavy on picking up it's just two of you. It's just the two of you together and nobody else, okay? With the King of Cups at the back of the deck, though, in the reverse, there's a sense of them, for whatever reason, not quite feeling ready. Why is the King of Cups at the back of the deck there for? Why is the King of Cups at the back of the... Why was that in reverse? They got some reservations about it, okay? They do, and that might be what was adding to that confusion, okay? Maybe that might be something that they want to talk about when they do reach out again, you know, because there's probably going to be some kind of a talk. Yeah, they want to talk to you about moving things to the next phase, but they might want to talk to you about some of the reservations they've been having, okay? And now we got the King of Cups in the upright position showing up at the back of the deck. Their heart is in it, but they're very resistant to giving their heart away in this connection for some reason. We might figure out what that is, okay? Let's see. Let's find out now what their intentions are. What do they want? What do they want? What do you want with pile 2 in this connection? What do you want with pile 2 in this connection? Ooh, we got home. Okay, let's see what else comes out. What do you want with pile 2? Okay, foolish. Let's get one more. I feel like where some of that hesitation is coming through, some resistance. Let's get one more. Shocking events. All right, so home says a location change, change in the home, feeling of home. So this could literally be for some of you what they want, like what their intentions are, you know, maybe to move in together or make you a part of like more of their daily life, right? Give you more of a role and a place in their life, okay? I'm sorry. We got foolish here. It says foolish choices, carelessness, not serious, playing games and tricks. And then we got shocking events. It says unexpected / surprise, did not see it coming, and unpredictable. This almost has a feeling of wanting to catch you off guard, like wanting to, you know, for some of you, it very well could be to propose. But this almost feels like them wanting to surprise you with, you know, an exclusive relationship somehow, wanting to catch you off guard. We'll find out what's foolish here for. One more shuffle. All right. What is foolish here for your intentions with pile 2? I just keep hearing they want to catch you off guard. They want to surprise you. Why is foolish here? This is bringing me back to them making, they want to make sure they're making the right decision. They got the Hermit in reverse. Why is foolish here? Explain Hermit in reverse, clarifying foolish. Do I want to take those? We got, okay. Yeah. With the Ace of Cups coming up in the reverse along with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this is them afraid of making the wrong choice. Okay. And it possibly ending in disaster. It's almost like, so what they're wanting to make sure is that they're not coming out of isolation only to make a mistake, okay? And let's find out what this has to do with their intentions, though, because this is, we're talking about what they want. So let's tie this all together. This may be them wanting to hold off on, okay. Yeah, so their intentions are, this feels like eventually, right? To, you know, maybe ask you to move in or give you some space in their home, maybe give you a key to their home, them bringing you into their life in a way that's where you're more a part of their routine. I'm holding off on saying daily, okay, because I can feel like your person's energy is like not quite that yet, right? But like slowly, it's an energy of like what they want is to slowly phase you into being a regular in their life, okay? But it's like they're not wanting to do it all at once, especially with shocking events here. There's almost this energy here of them, maybe like what they want is they want to do this, but they don't want to look foolish to other people. Like, you know, if they were to just move you in, you know, other people, like, yeah, there's an energy here of maybe your person caring about how things are coming off. They don't want to appear foolish, like they're making the wrong choice. Maybe they did in the past. Maybe they moved things way too quickly with someone from the past. Things did not work out, right? And so there's almost this energy here of what this is like, okay, what their intentions, what they're actually talking more about is what they don't want. And what they don't want is to repeat something that happened in the past. Okay, they don't want to have to redo a lesson. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse here, that carries energy of not learning a lesson, right? So it's like, yeah, their intentions are, okay, what we just talked about, what their intentions are, bringing you into the home, phasing you into becoming an everyday part of their life, little by little. But with the Three of Wands in reverse, it's almost like the foreseeable future. This is all kind of like happening in their head. They're trying to kind of like weigh the pros and cons. I'm not seeing the Two of Pentacles come out yet. We do have the Two of Cups in the reverse though. Yeah, see, so where you stand with your person versus what they're wanting to do, because this feels like more immediate. Like we're talking about their long-term plans versus their short-term plans, right? They have an end goal when it comes to you and the connection, but the short-term goal is like, that's like, we're gonna, yeah, I want this with pile 2, but not right now, right? Like sometime in the foreseeable future. What shocking event here? That feels like they're wanting to guard against, right? What's shocking event? Yeah, with the Two of Wands in reverse, this feels like that's what they're wanting to guard against. Because Two of Wands in reverse, it feels like not knowing how things are going to pan out. Because the Two of Wands in the upright position can talk about getting to-do lists together, getting your ducks in a row, making plans, setting things into motion, right? And they're trying to figure out a way that that feels like where they feel stuck. They have a desire. They're not quite sure how to make it happen in a way that's gonna, like, you know, suit everybody, in a way that's gonna work for everybody. There might be, yeah, in the easiest way possible, with the Ten of Wands and the reverse at the back of the deck, there might be other people involved. Like, even though this connection is gonna be just between the two of you, them having a connection with you, them moving you into their home or making you, you know, a part of their everyday routine might actually affect other people. This would be true if they have kids, if there is, you know, a baby mama or a baby daddy somewhere in the picture, you know, stuff like that. And so that kind of feels like that's an underlying energy that they're trying to factor in. Okay. Let's see. Let's find out their actual actions. We talked about what they want. Let's talk about now the actions they're going to take. I use the Ascending Life Oracle. What actions are you going to actually take? Okay, toxicity, but it's coming out in the reverse, and then we have the Star, and then we have unfinished. Okay, so you guys, it's more waiting, I'm gonna be honest, but we have toxicity coming in the reverse, and so I feel like there's a lot of stalling in your person's energy because they're really trying to consider how to make things happen in a way that benefits and, you know, tends to the highest good and best interests of everybody involved, because it does feel like there's more than just you two being impacted by you guys coming together. Okay, their next action feels like doing what needs to be done to not be a red flag in this connection. Okay, with the Star here, their next actions might be to make you a promise, you know, for something that's going to happen in the future, because it talks about wish fulfillment, blessings, wealth and fame, becoming quite popular, brand new and hopeful life. So they might actually take, and this could be them maybe blessing you with something, like maybe an actual gift or maybe a getaway to show you, like, I'm, you know, yes, I'm making this promise and it's set somewhere in the future, because we haven't finished. Like, this isn't something that's going to happen now, it's somewhere in the future, but they're wanting to show you that, I feel like it's something tangible, whether it's a gift or, you know, taking you to a concert or a getaway somewhere. It's like they're wanting to show you that they're actually really serious. And so I feel like there's some kind of a blessing, some kind of a wish fulfillment. I don't know if maybe for some of you it could be, you know, them maybe introducing you to somebody that's close to them as a way to show you, I'm not just making promises, I'm actually building towards that, right? And yeah, we're not gonna have the whole shebang right now, but I'm gonna, in good faith, we're gonna take this feels like them taking a step in that direction, in a way that you are gonna feel like, okay, we're at, you know, yeah, they're making promises for something in the future, but they are actually taking a step forward in that direction. This feels like something like they could possibly give you a key to their place. That's something. You know, with boundaries, they'll be like, here's a key to my place, but, you know, make sure you call before you come by or whatever, right? Or it could be just something along the lines of maybe them introducing you to friends, introducing you to family, something of that nature, like taking a step in the direction of whatever that the end result or the end goal is going to be. Okay. Let's see, that's action. I'm going to find out what their thoughts and feelings are now towards you in that connection. So it looks like their intentions and their actions, it looks like they line up somewhat. Like what they want and what they actually end up doing seems to be in alignment. All right, let's see. What messages do you have for pile 2, please? What messages do you have for pile 2? All right, we'll get these out first. We aren't right for each other. They're wanting to make sure that that's not gonna be what happens, because right next to it, it says, I'm in love with you, okay? I like you, but I love me more. Looking out for number 1. I'll clarify that. There's some energies here that doesn't seem to mix, but we'll go ahead and clarify and dig deeper and see where that's coming from. We have moving slow but making progress. I was feeling that. And this is, I'm telling you the truth. So I don't know, pile 2, if you're questioning their integrity, if you're questioning like them telling you something and you're wondering like, okay, is that really how it is? Is that, you know, they're letting you know that they're being truthful about something, that you might be questioning their, what do they call that? You're questioning their trustworthiness about something. I don't know, but they're saying that they're telling you the truth. They're letting you know that whatever it is they told you, like they're being truthful about it. Let's get one more. Yeah, and it says you make me feel like royalty. Okay, you make your person feel like a king or a queen, or you make them feel like royalty. So your person feels really good when they're with you. Okay, here we got avoidant attachment showing up at the back of the deck. All right, it's at the back of the deck, so it's not necessarily, you know, an overall writing energy, but this is more your person kind of nodding towards, yeah, they still have some reservations about, you know, moving things forward. And that's kind of why they are holding this connection up and maybe even holding you at arm's length, even though that is the direction they want to take it. They want to take it into something that's more exclusive and committed, but it feels like the reservation is tied to influences outside of them, as well as just making sure they're doing the right thing and making the right decision. Both for just you two and for the people outside that might be involved and impacted by the two of you coming together. Let's see. Let's find out what I like you, but I love me more. Why is that here? Okay, this feels more like a self-love kind of thing. So, they may have allowed someone in the past kind of run all over them. They may have been like a doormat to someone else in the past, because I like you, but I love me. And what's clarifying that is the Sun in the 9 of Wands. And you know, the Sun, that's optimism, that's happiness, that's joy, that's expansion, that's enlightenment, that's all, like, it's the happiest card in the deck, whether it's upright or reversed, right? And then we have the Wounded Warrior clarifying it. It's like your person is fighting just for an overall sense of joy and happiness in their life, well-being, we'll put it that way, okay? When I say they're factoring in everybody, they're factoring in everybody, including themselves, okay? They want to make sure that they're making the right decision, because I feel like in the past, they made a decision that went directly against and maybe had a large impact on their overall sense of well-being, okay? So that's just, you know, yeah, and then we got the Chariot in the reverse at the back of the deck. This is why they keep pumping the brakes and just straight out putting the brakes on this connection, is for that reason. All right. What's we aren't right for each other. Why is that here? They're just trying to be very discerning with the King of Swords. They're trying to make sure they're not leaving any stone unturned. They're wanting to make sure they got all their bases covered. They're not, you know, they're dotting every I and crossing every T. In terms of, like, if you guys see, they are being very logical, and they're approaching this in a very logical, common sense kind of a way, right? They're wanting to make sure, if we do see, they're really taking this seriously. This is them taking the connection seriously, okay? I am at some point, I'm gonna, you know, clarify red flags here. And this might be, you know, a mutual thing. Like, both of you guys may really be taking into account, yeah, we have this amazing spark, right? There's this amazing spark here, but maybe you guys have uncovered or exposed even maybe some differences between the two of you that you're really starting to look at and be like, okay, I'm seeing these differences. Are these differences something that pile 2 and I, or, you know, maybe even you, pile 2, are thinking about this about your person? Are these differences something that we can live with for the rest of our lives and still have a peaceful relationship? That feels like that is your person's number one top priority, is maintaining peace. They want peace, okay? They want joy, they want happiness, they want peace. It's like, you know, they are cognizant of the fact that not, you know, connections aren't perfect, right? Every couple is going to have some inherent differences, and, you know, the differences don't always work to the detriment of the connection itself. And that's kind of where they're at. They're really kind of in this energy of really balancing the pros and the cons, looking at things in a very logical, common sense, you know, type of a way, and just making sure that, you know, yeah, they love what the two of you have in common, and they notice maybe some of the differences that you guys have, and they're wanting to make sure that those differences aren't something that in the long run could prove to drive the two of you apart, right? Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, with the Lovers in the reverse at the back of the deck, that's not, they want to make sure that whatever your guys' differences are don't lead to a permanent separation, okay? A breakup of a soulmate union. That's not what they're wanting. Okay, let's find out what their actions are. Or sorry, we already got actions. We're going to find out what the overall outcome is more than likely to be in the current energy that you guys are in right now. What's the outcome more than likely to be for this connection? Sunglasses. We got photograph. All right, let's get 2 more. What's the outcome more than likely to be? They're soulmates. The butterfly. Okay. Eventually. Okay. What's going to end up happening is eventually, more than likely, the outcome of this connection is going to lead to this relationship evolving to the next phase. Okay. There's just some things that need to get, y'all need to get past first, okay? It feels like at first there's going to be more, like, the connection is going to be maybe lived more in like fantasy land, or just kind of the connection itself is, and this could be for both of you, like you guys having to there's still going to be some kind of a distance is what I'm picking up, Okay, now with the home card coming out, it did talk about relocation. So for those of you where there might be some long distance, you know, this would make sense. Like if you guys aren't able because you live in, you know, you live a considerable amount, you know, away from each other, that makes sense that we would have, you know, sunglasses here where maybe a lot of the connection is lived out through maybe sending pictures and watching each other's social media, you know, stuff like that, right? But even for those of you where that's not the issue, for some reason, it's like, at least in the very beginning, we're talking about, you know, outcomes here. There is still going to be a period where your guys' connection is going to be lived out mainly kind of like in the digital realm, so to speak. The digital realm, maybe the fantasy realm, the mental realm, stuff like that. But then it starts to pick up because we got photograph here talking about making new memories. You know, in order to make new memories, you got to come together and have actual experiences with, right? Which is going to build on the soulmate bond that I feel like the two of you guys already, there definitely is a spark and a chemistry there. There's a spark there, right? But I feel like you guys are still kind of in the process of building a bond, right? And that's what's coming. And then after that, you know, things finally, we get to the phase with the butterfly where you guys are, you know, moving things to the next level. All right. Okay. We're going to wrap things up with some direct messages from them to you. If this is resonating, pile 2, do me a favor. Make sure you're smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement. Pile 2's person, what messages do you have for pile 2? I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, this is testament to them kind of keeping the connection alive, and maybe the two of you keeping the connection alive through like texts and pictures and social media and stuff like that. This is just their way of letting you know that the connection that you guys have, whether or not it's gotten to a bonded stage yet, there's a connection there to the point where they can feel you even when you're not around each other. You guys may even have some kind of like a telepathic connection with each other. What messages do you have for pile 2, please? I look for you everywhere. You're always on. What I'm hearing is no matter what they're doing, no matter who they're with, and for those of you, when I say that, I mean like if they're with their kids or doing family functions, you know, stuff like that, it's like you're still with them, right? You're still in the back of their mind somewhere. Let's get more messages for pile 2, please. Here we go. It says, I watch your social media. They do. They keep an eye on you. And it says, I miss seeing you. So yeah, I am picking up for, there may be a lot of people in this pile where there's an actual physical distance between the two of you, okay? So earlier in the reading where we were picking up on like what they were wanting, we had that home there. That can speak to them wanting to close the gap between the two of you, like in terms of like physical distance, them wanting to move closer to you or them wanting you to move closer to them or something like that. Let's get a couple more. And that may lend to the reason why they're kind of in their head about making sure everything really, you know, is in the best interest of everyone, because especially if someone's going to have to move a considerable distance, and when I'm talking about long distance, I mean like, you know, at least like you're relocating to a whole different city that is like maybe 2 hours away, right? Or 3 hours away at least, right? There's a considerable distance there where it wouldn't be easy for you to just go visit old friends and old family and stuff like that. Old family, you know what I mean. I'm not available. I'll clarify that. Let's get one more. We did have that avoidant attachment peeking out at the bottom of the deck earlier, there may be some emotional unavailability with your person, and that may be why these red flags is popping up here. You know what? And for those of you that do have like a long distance relationship with your person where, you know, you can't see each other but maybe once a month or however it is, it's a whole different ball game when you're dating somebody every single day and you're seeing them every single day and you're doing life with them every single day versus you're only seeing them, you know, in person once every month or couple of months or however that may be. It's a whole different world. And so this is kind of lending into, you know, yeah, and your person is thinking about all of this stuff, okay? There's a big difference. So even if, you know, you're not in physical distance from your person is understanding, and this is a very similar message to, you know, the people in pile 1, but it's different, right? It's different when you have an idea of what a relationship is going to be like because you're not living it every day versus the reality of what the relationship actually is when you're actually living it every single day. And so your person has a lot of reservations. Look, it says, I feel so happy with you. They do. Like the time that you do spend together, you make them feel like royalty. They feel so good when they're with you. They're just wanting to make sure, like, is that our relationship, or is that just kind of like the surface of it? Like, your person is asking themselves, like, is there things about me in pile 2 that I'm not yet aware of because we don't spend a lot of time together? You know, are there things hidden that I'm not yet seeing because we don't have the ability, or we just don't spend a lot of time together? Okay, there's a lot of reservations, your person. Look, I don't want to know. See, your person is kind of afraid. Like, you know what? This lets me know that they feel so good with you, pile 2. It's almost to them like it's feeling too good to be true, and they don't want that bubble to be burst. That could be lending a lot to the hesitation too, because there are energies here of where maybe they're like, maybe I finally found the one, but they still are unsure because they don't know yet. They haven't gotten to experience pile 2 every single day, right? And, you know, no matter who we are, you know, it's a very different dynamic when we're, you know, just seeing somebody sporadically versus when we're actually living life with that person and living with that person every single day, okay? No matter how awesome you are, there are going to be some quirks, there are going to be some kinks, and there's going to be some, you know, bugs to work out, and your person is wanting to make sure whatever those differences are, those kinks are, those bugs or whatever, are they going to be big enough to eventually cause us to not get along anymore, not be happy together, to cause a divide, right? Okay. I'm starting to find out what the red flags are. And this kind of feels like, and maybe with the fact that this is like an overall energy, this could be you guys wondering what those red flags are, or maybe you have started to notice some red flags even though you haven't been spending a lot of everyday time together, and you're like, if we're already picking up red flags now, you know, there's a little bit of hesitancy there, right? And that's an overall energy. I don't know if you're adding to that, but I'm definitely picking up on that energy overall, and I can see where it's coming from your person. Okay, let's find out now. Last one, you guys. We're gonna get 3 cards from the Messengers of the Heart deck. What are the messages you have for pile 2, please? Music. It says music brings them closer to you. Certain songs remind them of just how special your connection was or is to them. So, you know, you guys could send music to each other. You could send links to music videos, or just share each other's, you know, make playlists for each other and stuff like that. But there's an energy here. That's another way that maybe your person feels connected to you. I don't know if you guys have a song, you know, but there is something that they listen to that reminds them of you. And they actually, I feel like, you know, if they're feeling distant from you, or they're just feeling like they need to feel like a renewal of that connection, even if they're not seeing you physically. That's one of the ways they'll do it is, you know, either they'll send music or listen to music or something like that. Okay, let's get two more. I'm hearing for some of them, if they hear certain songs on the radio, it's like, you know, things remind them of you. Okay, let's get two more. With I look for you everywhere, they are aware. They're very aware of your absence and the impact that your absence has. This is giving me the energy that there is some form of, yeah, there is a connection there. I don't know yet if we're talking about an attachment versus a bond. It could be both, okay? But there is something there, whether it's a bond and or an attachment, where, you know, they don't feel very comfortable in your absence. Okay, I'm hearing for extended periods of time. So this is someone that might look for, you know, when they say they look for you everywhere. Let me get some clarification on that. What is that? Why are you looking for pile 2 everywhere? Oh, they're looking for signs that they're moving in the right direction with you. That's what that is. I'll get clarification though. Yeah, now we got the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. They want to make sure they're making the right moves. That's all that is. Okay. Because they're wanting to move in the direction. They want this to be real with you so bad, right? They're just so afraid of their bubble being burst. Let's get two more. Got wishing well. Look at that. Yeah. There's a lot of excitement in the air. You've awakened a new life in them that has them lost in a field of possibilities. I'm almost picking up a sense of them almost feeling like, is this too good to be true? Your person may have been looking for their other half for a while, and they may have dealt with, you know, and you know, like for women, you know, we can feel like, oh, we've kissed a lot of frogs, and I don't know what the male equivalent of that would be, but you know, whether, you know, your person's male or female or however they might identify, that's kind of how they feel. Like, you know, they've had a lot of doozies, right? A lot of disappointments in, you know, romantic love, and so they're hoping that this is it, and they're hoping that they're not wrong again, and they're hoping that, you know, their bubble's not going to be burst. Let's get one more, and then we'll close it out. All right, we got permanent mark. You left a permanent mark on their heart that cannot be erased. Even if they tried, you will always be remembered. Yeah, you know what? And so for a lot of you, there's definitely a connection that's felt with your person. And for many of you, there's already a bond that has been created, right? Possibly even an attachment. Attachments are not, you know, when I think of attachment, I think of toxic attachment, right? For me, a secure attachment, when you're talking about attachment styles, I don't even think of an attachment as being healthy at all. I think of a bond as being healthy because it's mutual, right? Attachment is like this, right? You got one person that's clinging for dear life and the other person's trying to get away. That's an attachment. Where you have a bond and it's like this. It's mutual. It's easy. Okay, and so I can't pick up either way. It could be both, right? You know, it can be a bond while things are good, and then if something might be triggered in somebody, then it can be like that when the push and pull might be, you know, activated, unless somebody in the connection is, you know, securely bonded, and then they just, whatever the person's going to do, they're either going to allow the person to cling, or they're going to allow the person to detach, you know, to do whatever is needed to do within, you know, that system. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, you guys. Listen, with permanent mark here, yeah, you've made a lasting impression. This connection, you and this connection has made a lasting impression on your person. They are wanting a sense of permanence with you in this connection. They're just really afraid of making the wrong choice, I'm hearing they're afraid of being wrong again. Okay. All right, pile 2, we're going to close your reading out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Well, hey, pile 3, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. This particular reading is called the Confusing Connections Love Reading. Okay, it's the most in-depth reading I have available, period. Okay, it usually runs anywhere between, it can go into an hour, but about 45 minutes is what they tend to average sometimes. We have 6 questions we're going to ask, along with getting the overall energy of the connection itself. And what we're going to do, you guys, is find out where you stand with your person. What are their intentions? Okay, in other words, like, what do they want with you in the connection? We're going to find out what their actions are going to be. All right, so we're going to see if their actions line up with what their intentions are, because a lot of times, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes people will want something but then act in a way that's completely opposite of that, right? And so we'll find out what the deal is with that. We'll find out what their thoughts and feelings are towards you in the connection, what the overall outcome is more than likely to be in the energy that the connection is showing up in, and then we'll get some direct messages from them to you. That's how we'll close out the reading. Okay, I may have missed one in there somewhere. There's 6 questions I ask, okay, plus the overall energy. I'll remember it when we get into the reading. All right, so just keep in mind, pile 3, this is a general reading, so whatever resonates, just keep that. If something does not resonate, drop it, leave it for someone else. I do have this exact reading available. If you would like me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection, just check the description box below for booking details. There are payment plans available. As well as, there are other $25 readings available in the specific person category. You can just pick which one fits your situation, or, whatever question you want to ask. All right, you guys? All right, so you guys were drawn to the pink amethyst stone. Okay, geode, whatever you want to call that. Let's see. All right, so the overall energies of the connection at this point in time, we have roots. Ooh, of abundance. Roots of abundance. Okay. We got finances and career. And this says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So this could be somebody's focus at this point in time. And then we also have guarded in the reverse. We got codependency in the reverse. Okay. And we'll find out and see what the overall energy is here. This could be, this could be 1 or 2 people hard at work trying to secure a solid foundation for the benefit of this connection, okay? The fact that we have codependency, though, in the reverse, I mean, this could be 2 separate individuals on 2 separate paths, but that just happen to have the same mission, working on, establishing some roots of abundance, but maybe those roots of abundance are in the realm of prosperity, success, financial success, and stuff like that. We'll see what the energy pans out, how it works out. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. I'm not gonna get too picky. Let's find out where you stand with your person. Where does pile 3 stand? Where does pile 3 stand with you? Where does pile 3 stand? I got 2. We got not enough, but it's showing up in the reverse. Okay. We have boat. And let's get one more. Where does pile 3 stand with you? I just heard there may be an important conversation that is needing to be had. Maybe it's a conversation that has been held off on or just kind of put on the back burner, but I'm hearing messages, pile 3, that conversation it's coming. Okay, let's get one more. Nah, wanted to come out but didn't. Okay, this one is stabbed in the back. All right, this is heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Okay, so we have boat here. This says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. And so I was picking up on maybe, like I said, two individuals kind of going on separate paths, but you know, I don't know, this feels like, you know, a separation in the making is what it feels like. And maybe this is something that the two of you kind of felt was coming, but no one, or, you know, it's like y'all were putting it off on needing to have the talk. I feel like that's coming. Okay, that's what this feels like. Not necessarily, I mean, one of you might feel like you're being stabbed in the back, but there's almost a mutual feeling that I feel here. I'm picking up more on like separation. Okay, yeah, there might be some heartbreak and pain associated with that separation, but I'm feeling like I don't know. I'm gonna clarify. This might not be something that, I don't know. This may not be, well, because of because of this reading, you might see it coming now. Because we have not enough, but it's in the reverse position, which is translating for me in this energy as enough. Like where you stand with your person, it's like they've had enough. They're ready to move on. They're ready to like cut ties. It's kind of like that kind of energy. This might be why it's like, okay, they're choosing to focus, or maybe both of you guys are choosing to focus just on business, because it's like, you know, you don't have this connection with each other anymore to focus on. We'll see. All right. Let me clarify not enough, and then I'm going to clarify them all. One more shuffle. Actually, I'll just do it like that. Okay. Clarify not enough, or not enough in reverse. Clarify not enough. Okay, yeah, there's the Ten of Cups in reverse. This feels like, yeah, breaking up, okay? Putting an end to, and this could be, you know, you guys could have, and this could just be confirmation. This feels like, you know, maybe something that was long standing. Maybe you guys lived together. Like where you stand with your person, it's like they're ready to move on. They're ready to be over it and done. Okay. With the moon in reverse in the back of the deck, it's like they want to make it clear too, especially with, because I heard that like there's a clarifying conversation that's coming up. And so, you know, the talk, I feel what I'm picking up on pile 3 is that both of you guys have known that this time was coming, but you've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I don't know what the catalyst is, but something, you know, let's see, we'll find out what that is. Let me finish clarifying boat and stabbed in the back, but then I felt like maybe there was a catalyst, or maybe it was just time, you know, maybe they just felt it was time. Because it almost feels like they're the ones initiating, you know, officially severing that tie. This feels like moving out, getting a divorce, you know, separating assets, you know. Separating bills. Let's get boat. Why is boat here? Getting all your ducks in a row. Yeah, this feels like moving on. Planning. But the Two of Wands talks about getting to-do lists together, getting all your ducks in a row, finding out what needs to be done, preparing. It's an energy of preparation. What's stabbed in the back? So yeah, and I feel like that is, you know, so like this is gonna have to come in stages, because we do have the Ten of Cups, right? This is like a life of maybe two people whose lives were intertwined, you know, maybe quite a bit, especially if you have kids together. There's a lot of things that are gonna have to be talked about and figured out, right, with the Two of Wands there. What's stabbed in the back? Why is stabbed in the back here? Okay. I'm not picking up on the energy like this is, I'm not picking up on deception. I'm not picking up on betrayal or anything like that. It's just something that has been suspended. Like the ending of this connection has been suspended, like officially ending it, right? And your person pulling the plug on it finally, like going through whatever official / legal loopholes that need to go through to officially close things out, okay, is what it feels like. Yeah, so we have the Hanged Man in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. It's like you guys have been needing to do this for a while, but both of you, for whatever reasons, may have been dragging your feet. We got, you know, clarifying stabbed in the back. We have the Eight of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. And then at the back of the deck again, we got Four of Swords in reverse. It's almost like we've held this up long enough. We've avoided this for long enough. Like, it's not going to get better. Nothing is going to change. Nothing, you know, it's almost like maybe you guys have been hoping for a miracle here with the Tower, right? Hoping for a miracle. It's like the miracle never came. So with the Hanged Man in the reverse position, that's like, okay, we've suspended things long enough trying to see if we can figure out ways with the Two of Wands, right? It's like you guys have spent a lot of time trying to figure out ways, you know, can we rebuild? Can we build better? Can we, you know, salvage this or something like that, right? Really avoiding the true Tower moment that has been trying to happen in this connection for a long time, holding that off, right? And now it's like the buffers are being taken off of that so that the true Tower moment can happen, right? And so let's find out what the catalyst was, what finally drove them to, you know, or it could be both. You know, for those of you where it's mutual, you may not need to hear this part. For those of you where this is coming to you unexpectedly, let's find out if we can delve into deeper, like why, what's causing. I just keep hearing it's time. What's the catalyst? The Queen of Wands. This could be an actual person, okay? A feminine energy might be the catalyst as to why. So, you know, and this could be you, okay? If you're a fire sign, if you're a fire energy, you're very passionate. Who's the Queen of Wands? Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, well, this is confusing. This feels like a third party situation. Okay. Okay, no, it's not. Your guys' connection is the catalyst, okay? In the fact that the Queen of Wands, so the Queen of Wands is representing the feminine energy in your connection, okay? A lot of you, most of the people tuning into these readings are the Divine Feminine, so I'm just going to refer to the Queen of Wands energy as you guys, the people that are viewing, okay? What I'm hearing is that, and this is kind of a harsh, let's find out why the King of Cups is in reverse here. Okay, this is overall energy. Your person just coming to the realization, pile 3, that there just isn't enough love in this connection. Because we have the Two of Cups, and then it came out with the King of Swords in the upright position. This doesn't necessarily feel like people. It feels like energies, right? I mean, it could be. You know, we got the feminine showing up here, and then we have masculine showing up over here. But we have one, yeah, that's why this feels like an energy here. So this could literally be a connection between a feminine who has a lot of fire in her chart, or just shows up in a very fiery way, okay? That's going to be Aries, Leo, Sag. And then we have, you know, the masculine could be primarily or have a lot of air dominant in their chart. That's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? And then with the King of Cups coming, this just feels like there's not enough love here to sustain this, right? There's just not enough love there. The Justice card can talk about just doing what is right and doing what is fair. It's the right thing to do. Like, the reason why they're finally pulling the plug on this thing and pulling the trigger on ending it, right, taking the steps needed to end it, is because they just feel like it's the right thing to do with the Chariot. Like, they're done holding back. This almost carries energies of them feeling like they've done everything that they feel like you guys have done everything that could have been done, or they feel that could have been done to try to save things, and there's just no saving it, okay? There could be a very much of a sense where there's no love there between you guys anymore. You know, maybe there's some respect, you know, but it's like, yeah, but that's not love, you know? And so I just wanted to look into that a little bit more for you guys. Let's find out what their intentions are. That's where you stand, you know. A lot of the times intentions, what they want, are not indicative of, you know, the actions that they're taking. But we'll find out. What do you want with pile 3? What do you want with pile 3? What do you want with pile 3? There's an energy of them and not this is kind of it's a little bit toxic, okay? They don't necessarily want to let you go, and they don't necessarily want you to be open and available to date anybody else. We're going to find out what red flags here is for. It says red flags, lies in secret, be vigilant in protecting yourself. We'll find out what bad intentions are in terms of like what, you know, what they want. Okay, what's at the back? Apology at the back of the deck. All right, let's find out. What's risk? Page of Swords. What's risk? Queen of Cups. This almost feels like them wanting to spy on you. But I'll be honest, you guys, with their intentions, this almost feels like them moving away from this connection. Them not necessarily wanting to be single, and so it's like they're looking for love possibly with someone else that they met online. Okay? Cup energy is going to be, and this could be somebody that they're, you know, they might already be in love with. But there's some risk associated with going in that direction for some reason. What's the risk here? Oh, fights, arguments. Okay, it may cause some fights and arguments with you, possibly, right? They're wanting to move in a different direction, it feels like. Start something new with the Queen of Cups energy, which is going to be water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or just that can just represent somebody that they're in love with, the feminine energy they're in love with. Somebody that they, you know, maybe have a clean slate with, that they're able to move forward with, you know, unhindered, right? Let's find out what single in reverse is. Let me find out what bad intentions are. What's bad intentions? There's the Page of Swords, but in the reverse. That feels like not being honest about something. Okay. A relationship. And that was already energy that we picked up on earlier. I'm getting confusing messages here. What does this have to do with pile 3, please? What do these intentions have to do with pile 3? I'm almost picking up on things that happened in the past because we got apology at the back of the deck. So this almost feels like your person telling a story. You guys, okay, and that could be, you know, and I almost want to say, I mean, well, I don't know, with the stabbed in the back, you may not know about it. All of the, everything that I said could be pertinent. The messages are there, but there's another message that's also coming through, okay? I'm picking up on messages here where your person is wanting to apologize for maybe some things that have happened up to this point, okay? This feels like their intentions, but this feels like something that's already happened. Like they took a risk. It feels like maybe starting something new with someone else, maybe even falling in love with that other person. Not allowing themselves really to be single. I mean, they're coming up as not being single. And maybe with single in reverse here with death, this can maybe talk about them starting something with someone else before you guys officially, really for real, closed out your connection, right? With bad intentions here, this could have been them trying to hide. Or maybe this, with the Four of Swords here, this almost feels like they had something else going on with someone over here, and then they were still trying to maybe possibly make things work with you, right? And so it's like their intentions are maybe to apologize for having done that. Maybe to apologize for, you know, having overlapped connections here. Because they saw it. For some reason, they're seeing what they did with this other third-party connection. They took a risk. But this also talks about laying cards in the table, right? Like that's part of it, is apologizing for maybe their role to play. They tried to manifest a new start with you guys, and what we have here, like they're kind of, like they feel like you refused it. So all that energy that came out here with, that could also stand for you guys too. Like, you know, they could have also, it can be both. They tried to start something new with you. They tried to manifest a new beginning with you because they, you know, are still in love with you. At the same time, simultaneously starting something with someone else that they also caught feelings for. That it's messy, okay? Messy. But they're saying the reason why, you know, what this has to do with you is the fact that they tried to manifest something, a new beginning with you, and they feel like you refused it. Okay, this is coming back to where the Queen of Wands was showing up as the catalyst, which was you. They feel like you're the one that kind of led things to ultimately being over between the two of you. And this is giving energies, pile 3 of your person. You know, yeah, they started, it seems like they started a relationship with a whole new person in a whole different direction. For those of you where this resonates, okay? And they may have suspended things in that connection from moving in a certain way or a certain direction because they were trying to see if things might maybe work out with you guys. I still am not, what's this here though? Why is this an intention? Why is your intention to have bad intentions? This just feels like them being selfish, them still wanting to have their cake and eat it too. Judgment in the upright position, trying to keep this thing with you alive, maybe when they, you know, and maybe the reason why that's showing up as a bad intention is because they already took a risk and started something with someone else. It's like they're double dipping, or they tried to double dip. See, and now they're in there. Okay, you guys, yeah, so they're kind of in this energy. They're not at peace about any of this. What I just heard is they're trying to go the path of least resistance. There's a lot of resistance that shows up in your guys' connection versus this connection with someone else. A lot of, yeah, they're just trying, we're just gonna, we're gonna leave it there, okay, you guys. But they do want, well, we have confession here. You see confession, mending relationship, rebuilding. For some of you, even though where you stand with your person, that's almost giving me the energy of them giving up. Like they don't want to give up. That's not what they want, because this is showing up on the back of the deck. It's not the strongest energy, and that's because it's not where their focus is at, but it's still there as part of their intentions. They want to mend the relationship and they want to rebuild, but they've just come to, they're in this mind frame of just, it can't be done. They're giving up. They've lost sense of hope that, you know, this thing between the two of you can be salvaged. All right, let's move on. Let's see, that was their intentions. We're going to find out what their actions are going to be. So we found out what they want. Now we're going to find out if their actions are actually going to line up. Let's find out, what are the actions? We know what they want. What are they going to do? And when, if applicable. It says, be lighthearted, finding out. Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry, wrong deck for that one. Let me go to the Ascending Life Oracle. Sad news, but it was wanting to come up in reverse. Trial and error. Waiting game. What are we waiting for? This is more them being in that delaying energy. We got a rare gift at the bottom of the deck. That says a special gift given to you. Seize the opportunities. Unique gifts bring luck and success. The power to attract wealth. I'm going to be honest. This feels more of that energy. You know, they're kind of wishy-washy. One minute they want, you know what I mean? And so, let's find out. What's sad news in reverse? Why is that here? This is almost like them. Okay, so like where you stand with them, we already talked about that, right? And then we saw their intentions where there really isn't, they don't want things to permanently end. And so we're kind of seeing now where their actions are not, their actions are somewhat aligning with what they want. Like they don't want things to be over. So even though there's this energy of like, yeah, this important conversation is coming about, you know, the direction of where the connection is headed, there's more suspension here on actually having that conversation. There's more, you know, so there are moments I'm seeing now, I'm feeling now and sensing that there are moments where your person is like, they're ready to just be over with it. And it's more coming from a sense of, I'm not picking up it's because, you know, they're so in love with someone else and that's the way, it's not that, right? They're still holding out hope that things between the two of you can somehow miraculously work out, okay? What's sad news in reverse? We got the Queen of Wands. That's you, okay? Sad news says disappointing message, not what you wanted to hear, something not going in your favor, and inconvenient truth. The fact that you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, pile 3, this person is still very attracted to you, physically, sexually attracted to you. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to disappoint you. You guys, okay, you know, they really do care. They care about you. They care about you very much. So much so that they're not wanting, they're postponing this conversation. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to depress you. They don't want to take you out of your energy. And your energy would be like, yeah, the Queen of Wands and the Empress. But with the Empress in reverse, this is what they're not wanting to do to you. They don't want to make you feel less than, okay? They still have very fond memories of you. They still think very highly of you with the 6 of Cups at the back of the deck. They're still very much... There's a lot of history here, a lot of soulmate-y energy here too. If not soulmate, it's like but it's a bond. It's a real true bond that's here. That could also talk about the kids that you have together. What's trial and error? They don't want to hurt you or disappoint you. What's trial and error? I'm seeing exploring all possibilities. Trial and error. Why is that here for your next actions? Okay, yeah, talk about a confusing fucking connection, okay? Your person's next action, honestly, is they want to stop and try and figure out, is there something I missed here? Exploring all possibilities to what? To a chance at a new beginning. A chance, you know, Ace of Pentacles. What's the waiting game here for? Your person is acknowledging that the two of you have something that's very rare, that is unmatched, okay? This is why they've been so slow to really give up this connection, because even though there might be somebody else that they're currently romantically involved with, even if they love that person, there's something about your guys' connection that they have not been able to duplicate anywhere else. What's the waiting game? There you are. The upright position. They're wanting to wait and see how things pan out with you. Okay. They're not very hopeful about it though, with the star in reverse at the back of the deck. They still have hope. They're still holding out on hope. There's times when, you know, they kind of flip-flop back and forth. And I feel a lot of that is tied to you, pile 3, and maybe how you show up or how you treat them, or I don't know. It has a lot to do with you, not to do with the other person. It's your energy that's showing up here. Okay? Especially if you're like the mother of their kids, okay? You're showing up both as the Queen of Wands and the Empress, okay? A lot of this has to do with you. You hold a lot of weight and a lot of influence in this person's life, period. But when it comes to like this connection, so what is coming through, pile 3, if they are in another connection, you hold more weight, and I just heard, okay, we'll put it this way, you hold more influence, and you hold, I'm hearing more power, and you hold more value. I was hearing value than whomever that third party might be. Okay, your person is willing, all right, to put in the work to you know, start something new in this connection, building it from the ground up with the Ace of Pentacles, okay, building a life together. But really, it's like burning the old thing down to the ground and starting over from scratch, but the two of you doing that. And they're willing to put in the work to do that because they see the value here with the rare gift. But they're waiting to see, they're looking at you and they're waiting on you. For what? Why are they waiting on pile 3? They're Queen of Wands. But showing up in the reverse position, they want to make sure, you know, they want you, pile 3, but they want you at your best, okay? I am going to say for some of you what's coming through is, I don't know, something about maybe y'all need like a brand new beginning, like a clean slate. I don't know if you have a hard time because of feeling like, you know, something here with the Queen of Wands being in reverse. That is somebody who may, you know, struggle with self-confidence, and that might even just be confidence in the connection. Maybe you have confidence in yourself, but maybe you don't trust your person, right? And so they're trying to see, you know, is pile 3 going to be this negative, cynical, you know, with Wands energy being in the reverse, Wands is action, and that's forward moving progress. When it's in the reverse, it's like action and progress stops, you know. You can almost be lazy or maybe even unmotivated. It doesn't necessarily have to be lazy, but they want to see, like, you know, are you going to be this Empress? You know, are you going to show up with the Empress and as the Queen of Wands in the upright position? Or are you going to, you know, just kind of take a back seat and not make any moves towards them? Or, you know, they're looking at you and seeing how you show up. That's the large part of it, you know, and that's what's either going to facilitate this tower or, you know, not. Okay. Let's get some messages from them to you, or their thoughts and feelings, my bad. Find out what their thoughts and feelings are. Find out what their thoughts and feelings are towards you in the connection. One more shuffle. Thoughts and feelings towards pile 3, please. In the connection. We have a love bombing / gaslighting. We got opening up. Let's get a few more. Trust issues. Yeah, picking up on those. Let's get a few more. My heart belongs to you. See what I mean? I was picking up on that. Yeah, I am. I'm picking up on a third party energy, and I am picking up on your person really having feelings for that third party and maybe even loving them. But like I said, in comparison to that connection, like them saying their heart belongs to you, they're not saying like it doesn't somewhat belong to them, but we're talking about you having more influence, more power, more value to your person than the third party does. They're saying their heart belongs to you, okay? Not part of it. They're saying their whole heart belongs to you. We belong together and I can't talk to you right now. They want to be with you, pile 3. That is very much evident. They don't want things to be over, but there are times when they kind of just lose faith and lose hope in the connection, and they just get in a space that we saw earlier where, you know, them figuring it like it just needs to end. We just need to just, you know, pull the Band-Aid off, or just, you know, close our eyes and jump. We just need to do it, right? And then it's like, I almost want to, what I'm hearing is like, this is what they're saying, and then it's like they come to their senses, and they're like, there's too much here between pile 3 and I. There's too much here that cannot be duplicated in other connections, in either a specific connection they're in with someone else or just other connections in general, right? They get something from this connection with you, pile 3, that they cannot find anywhere else with anyone else. right here, I just heard I can't talk to you about it right now. Huh. Yeah, see, and they believe that like you two belong together. This is what they actually feel. This is how they feel. They feel like the two of you belong together. Let's find out what love bombing and gaslighting is. The fact that we have opening up here and then we got guarded in the reverse, this is almost like what they're wanting. The two of you may have like walls up against each other and guards up against each other. They're wanting those walls and those guards to come down. They want you to show up in like your divine empress energy, you know, your functional Queen of Wands energy, you know what I mean? They want that version of you. And they're saying, if I could just have that version of pile 3 all the time, I would be with pile 3, hands down, right? No second guesses or anything. They wouldn't have a problem choosing you. It's just they don't know if that's possible, right? If for you to be in that energy, at least with them, because they know and they are cognizant that there are trust issues here, okay? They're not saying and pointing the finger at you like you're the problem and you're why we can't work out. It's this feeling of like, it's the trust issues and maybe the inability of those trust issues being wiped clean from your guys' relationship slate, right? If you have trust issues with your person and you're suspicious and you know, you're asking a lot of questions and maybe they're feeling like they're backed into a corner, you know, that's you kind of showing up in not in your energy, not feeling confident, not feeling secure, and not feeling safe. And that's not your fault, right? I mean, if you've had experiences with this person where that caused you to be and feel that you know, that way, this is just a heads up for you to know they're not necessarily faulting you. It's the trust issues they're realizing. It's like a block and a barricade between the two of you. What's gaslighting and love bombing? What's that? I feel like this is tied to trust issues. It's almost like you're not, their message to you is like, maybe you're not seeing exactly how important you are to them. With the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like you're not seeing how easy things between the two of you could be if you could just let go of these trust issues, right? And stay and maintain this divine empress energy. Because somebody that's an empress energy, they feel safe, they feel secure, they trust, they don't doubt, right? There is no trust issues. That slate is clean. But you know, we do. The reality is we have trust issues here. You might be seeing, like, you know, it's almost like energies of maybe you like gaslighting yourself into thinking you're not that important to this person. You possibly gaslighting yourself thinking that, and this is just their message, right? I don't know your person from Adam or Eve, so I don't know what their capabilities are. You know, maybe your person is promising to want to work on things, to be a safe space for you and stuff like that, and maybe you're not believing it. You're thinking it's gaslighting and love bombing and they're making promises that they cannot keep. And they're saying it's like, you don't, and what their response to that, pile 3, is you don't understand how important you are to them, and you don't understand the influence that you have on them. You don't understand the power that you have over them or on them, and you don't understand how valuable you are to them with that Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like you haven't had like, you might have a conceptual awareness of it, but you haven't had the revelation. Like, it's not in your cells, it's not in your bones, because they're like, if you really understood and it was a revelation to you, it was in your cell and in your bones, how important you are to this person, there would be no trust issues. There would be no trust issues at all. And it's like, y'all could move forward, right? Yeah, that's what that is. All right, we're going to find out now what the most likeliest of outcomes is going to be in this energy. What is the most likeliest of outcomes for this connection in this current energy? What's the most likeliest of outcomes here for this connection? Coffin. Let's get a few more. I'm hearing 4. I did 4 for the other 2. Let's get 3 more cards, please. What's the most likeliest of outcomes here? We got cassette. Let's get 2 more. Soulmates. I'm hearing no matter what, this is always going to be intact. That soul connection is never going to die. It's always going to be there. Let's get one more. That's just a message coming through. I don't know, what was that? We have the Chaser in the reverse. Okay. I am picking up on some underlying messages here with healing coming through. Because we got the Chaser in reverse, and then we've got codependency in reverse. And so this is like 2 people reclaiming their individuality. There may have been some toxic attachments activated, some abandonment wounds activated within this connection, right? And the fact that we got Chaser showing up in the reverse, and then we also have codependency, I feel like there's been some healing of that individually, right? In a way that whether it benefits this connection or not, it benefits, you know, you guys individually. Then we got love call at the back of the deck. Okay. So Coffin, we have endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Cassette says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And I feel like these 2 go together. These 2 energies are linked. So it's like a death to, or an ending to, outdated thinking, an ending to a specific kind of conditioning, a way of thinking within this connection, an ending to replaying events over in your head, right? Like getting over things. Like that's going to be the outcome of this connection. Either way, some things are getting over, right? Yeah, some things are being put into perspective. Some things are being put in the past. Soulmate here is the soul connection, partnership, agreement, the soul contract. And then the Chaser being in reverse, and then we got love call at the back of the deck. It's not really giving me energies in terms of like, you know, what way is this connection going? It's not giving me that, you know, love call. I feel like this is, so, you know, there's going to be more expressions of love, and it may be coming from the soulmate energy here. You know, whatever this agreement is going to be, you know, messages of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I mean, there's still going to be this very hearty, right? Hearty, H-E-A-R-T-Y, hearty bond between the 2 of you. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I'll be honest. I don't feel anything changing. Like you know, yeah, your person at the very beginning kind of had it in their mind, like, okay, we need to end things. You know, we need to just stop putting this off, and you know, whatever. But then we're getting towards the end and diving a lot more into their energy, and we're seeing that's not really what they want. That's not really the direction they want to go in. And because of that, and a lot of this hinges on you, pile 3. I'll be honest. A lot of this hinges on you. You have the power to either, you know, shift the whole dynamic of this connection and make it work. If you have the ability to completely just wipe that slate between you clean of trust issues, and, you know, and maybe put those things that happened in the past in a certain space within you where they don't bother you anymore, or you're able to act like, you know, they happen in a different lifetime, right? Like not in this lifetime, but in a whole different lifetime. And so you're able to show up in a different way. Or, you know, you're able to do what your person is talking about in the very beginning and just be like, no, you know, that slate cannot be wiped clean. You know, I can't put those things so far back, you know, behind me that they don't bother me, or that they don't cause me to, you know, be suspicious of you and stuff like that. I think that's why, you know, as far as like the outcome goes here, it's largely influenced by you, pile 3. What we are seeing here, though, is that there are some things that are being gotten over, right? Some things that are being gotten past, right? Like, for instance, like you're getting over some things that happened in the past, right? They could be too. Letting things go, letting things be. Like I said, letting go and ending, you know, an outdated way of thinking, not replaying events over in your head anymore and just letting the shit go, right? Regardless of whether or not that means, because that needs to happen no matter what. Even if, you know, you decide to go in a whole different direction with someone else, that still needs to be let go of. The pain and the hurt, you know, and the feeling of deception and stuff that you might still be holding on to, bitterness and resentment, that doesn't go anywhere. You still carry that with you. And so I feel like, you know, regardless of what happens with the outcome of this connection, and the reason why I'm not getting a definitive way, a definitive path, like you guys are going to end up together or you're not, is because that is that's you. You are going to be able to say what the outcome of this is. Do you want to stay with this person, or do you want to go in a different direction? That's the outcome that you're going to get. But it's going to largely depend on your ability to let completely go of the past. Act like it didn't happen. And not just act like it, but truly be that detached from it as if it happened to a whole different person in a whole other lifetime. I hope that makes sense, okay? Love call at the back of the deck again. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to close the reading out with messages from them to you. Let's see. While I'm getting these messages out, you guys, if you could do me a favor. If this reading benefited you in any way, if it added to your quality of life, take a moment, if you would, show your appreciation by smashing that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. You can become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an upload. We have your intellect arouses me. What other messages do you have? I can't reach out. And we had that other one where it says I can't talk right now or something like that. So we're seeing that twice. There's this feeling of them wanting to talk to you, wanting to connect with you, wanting to communicate with you, wanting to express love, right? Because we had love messages, you know, sending messages of love, but they can't right now. And it could very well be because of the third party, right? Since that message came out twice, I will go ahead and clarify it just for those of you that are curious and nosy. It says, I knew exactly what I was doing. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah, a lot of this is about, there it is. I can't reach out, and it says right there, I'm in a committed relationship. That's why they want to reach out to you, but they can't right now. And this could be literal. Like, they might literally want to talk to you right this second, but they're with somebody else right now. Let's get one more. I wonder if you are happy without me. Yeah. Okay. And I just heard they wonder if you would be better off without them. Let's see. We're gonna last messages. Let's get 3 cards from Messages of the Heart. Got one that flipped over. We got losing battle. Yeah. This says you're fighting a losing battle against your opposition. Don't downgrade yourself. Play at your level, not theirs. But what I'm picking up from this is what fuels that doomsday catastrophic thinking that, you know, in terms of like where you stand with your person right now. They're seeing this connection, like I said earlier, it's like they don't have a lot of hope in it being restored or salvaged, because they don't know that you're going to be able to put the past behind you, right? And clear those trust issues clean from your guys' relationship / marriage slate. Let's get to more. I'm hearing that they genuinely do want the connection with you, and they want it to be a win-win. They want both of you guys to win, right? Your person really does care about you, pile 3. There is genuine love and adoration here. They don't have genuine bad or ill intent. They don't have bad or ill intentions towards you. We got grieving here, where they're stuck in grief, unable to see that they still have the power to create a positive change. They are grieving, you guys, because they know that the permanent ending to this connection is possible. They're also seeing you this way, though, like you're unable to see that you have the power to create a positive change in this connection with them. Okay, so they're grieving that too, because they know it's like if then we got, look, marriage material is the last one. Marriage, it says they see you as marriage material, someone that inspires them to create a strong foundation for marriage. Yeah, for those of you that are married to this person or whatever it may be, they actually do not want a divorce. They don't want a permanent ending to this. That's not what they want. At the back of the deck, we got slipped away. It says, though they never had you, to them you will always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take. I'm hearing with this, you will always be the one that got away. It's not necessarily that they never had you, but you know what I am hearing is they are realizing, and this, you guys, is so profound, okay? Your person is understanding and realizing that they never had you at your best because, and what I mean by that, it's not putting you down at all. It's like, you know, they are realizing that you weren't able to show up in your full Empress energy, Queen of Wands, self-confident energy, because they were not providing the safe space for you to be able to do that. You know, you cannot expect, you know, a bountiful, fruitful harvest when you're pouring acid all over the soil, right? They understand and they realize that, and they're grieving that, because whether you know it or realize it or not, your person sees you for who and what you really are. And we're talking about that Empress energy. We're talking about the Queen of Wands energy, charismatic, sexy. I'm hearing voluptuous, just, you know, you got it going on, your person sees, okay? And they're grieving the fact that they're never going to, this is their fear. They're fearing that they're never going to know you at your absolute best because, you know, they would see it as they screwed up the chance to create that space to be able to have that with you. Like, you're on guard, right? When someone is on guard and their walls are up, they're completely shut down. You're not getting the best from you're not getting a person's best version when they got walls up because they can't trust you. Your person knows that. And so, I don't know, they may have gotten glimpses and stuff of, like, you know, this Empress energy in you. Maybe they've watched you with other people. Maybe they've watched you, I don't know, maybe you've moved on, or maybe you have dated, or just, I don't know. They've caught glimpses of you at your best. And yet, you know, they're grieving because they know that they had a part as to why they never got that with you. Okay? What slipped away, I am picking up, because it says regretting the chances they didn't take. It's not that. They regret the risks that they took is what it is. They regret the risks that they took that harmed. They knew, like, what they were risking. They knew they were risking harming their connection with you, and they regret taking those chances and those risks against this connection. All right, you guys, that was your reading. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, Pile 3.